What's up with you? For today's video, really full Caterpillar and Worm Pokemon team. Skylar, this one is for you. So we got Caterpie, Blipbug, Snom, Applin, Chargerbug, and Dunsparce. Whoa, this is a tough lineup, people. When you look at it, I feel like Dunsparce is probably the best Pokemon on this team. And that's saying something. Now, if you want your own custom theme team or Pokemon sweep, you can check it out at patreon.com/PIMPNITE. Tier 2 and above, the link's in the description of the video. Let's get into these battles. I've got 3 battles today with the Worm and Caterpillar team, and I really hope you enjoy. Our first battle is against Druid, or Drum, not really sure that. That is on the Wycombe, and we've got a Renucleus lead here. Now, if you enjoyed the battles, people, and the videos, please drop a like on the video. Only takes 1 second, helps me out and helps you out. You can see it in the descriptions and all that sort of stuff. So we got a Renucleus lead here, and I've got a Blipbug. So we've got Sticky Web, Infestation, Supersonic, and Recover. I will explain that nickname in a sec. So we've got a Zoom Lens, Compound Eye, Supersonic, Blipbug, only on PIMPNITE channel. Unfortunately, it didn't work out because I got one shot in one shot. So that's the end of the Blipbug there. Now, the reason I called it Boobug was because when I did a Blipbug sweep, right, YouTube thought that Blipbug's eyes were, you know, a pair of eyes. So, but anyway, that's actually a true story. And I tried to change the thumbnail multiple times. In the end, I had to put googly eyes on there. Like, it's a real story. You wouldn't read about it. So we're going to swap into Applin right now. It is a Recycle, Grassy Glide, Sucker Punch, and a Track set. Now, unfortunately for me, I went for Attractive, but I had a Mental Herb, and it's going to be using Expanding Force again. Now, this is a Ripened Starberry set, and I actually managed just to live that, and I'm going to be ripening a berry, which is going to double the effects of the Starberry, and that already gave me a +2, and I got an attack boost. I was like, you know what? I'm pressing the Dynamax button right now. So this was a Max Attack, Max Health Applin here, and this has got basically... The idea is to set up the Grassy Glide with the Max Overgrowth, and then you could spam priority moves. But in this case, I just went for Dynamax. So I was like, wow, I actually got a +4 in attack. This might be able to do something. Now, I'm pretty sure this team might have been Trick Room judging on the team preview, and Max Darkness is going to be enough to take out Renucleus in one shot. That was an excellent start to the battle there. I mean, I lost Blipbug, but it's okay. Now, the next Pokemon to come at it is going to be Slowbro. So like, well, I can use... Max Overgrowth, or I could use Max Darkness. And I was like, well, I kind of want to use Max Darkness here because it might be a Dynamax Slowbro, but I decided to go for the Max Overgrowth here anyway. I was a little bit worried that if I went for Max Darkness, it wouldn't take it out, and I kind of want to get the maximum amount of time of Overgrowth on the field as possible. So getting that Overgrowth up with the Applin, and that's the end of Slowbro. As you can see, Applin's got the worm out the back of its little apple there. So I wonder, right, if you think about Applin, imagine if you took the apple away. Would it be Applin, or would it not be an Applin? Interesting. So next Pokemon is Barbarico. Like, well, this is going to get dropped by a grass type move, and it's going to have the White Herb as the item. So I actually got rid of that speed drop. Like, oh no. So what I thought here as a Dynamax, like, well, I went for Max Guard anyway, because I kind of thought, I don't know if I can take this out, or I'm pretty sure that I can take this out with a Grass Whip, obviously, but I think I'm going to get outsped here. So what I did is I went for the Max Guard on my Applin, and then I could go for the Grassy Glide afterwards. So the funny thing is, right, Barbarico actually went for a Max Guard at the same time as I went for a Max Guard. So, wow, the apple nearly rolled off the tree there, and we both went for a Max Guard. So it was basically a stalemate turn there. So that's going to be the end of my Applin right there out of a Dynamax. Now what I can do is I can go for Grassy Glide. It's going to be priority under the obviously the grassy terrain, and Barbarico's down. I've taken out 3 Pokemon so far with an Applin, so we're getting that little Applin sweep so far. I've actually done a Applin Starberry Ripened sweep before. I think it was almost one of the very first Sword and Shield sweeps I've ever done. So if you like Applin, you haven't seen that video before, make sure you give it a check out after this. So next Pokemon is Cramorant. I'm going to go for a Grassy Glide right now. I've got +4 in attack and the grassy terrain in the field, and Cramorant just gets dropped. So that's 4 Pokemon now. Like, wow, this is awesome. Could I actually get an Applin sweep here? Next Pokemon is going to be Cursola. Now, I thought about going for Sucker Punch here. I really just like... Well, this thing doesn't have the greatest defense in the world, and I've got +4 and not the Overgrowth, the grassy terrain on the field from the Overgrowth, and it drops. I'm like, okay, this is it, people. 1 more Pokemon left. So I'm going to get a fair bit of health recovery there in case there's any priority moves, but I don't think any of these Pokemon even get priority moves. So next Pokemon is going to be the Palossand. So I went for the Grassy Glide here. Since there's a sticky web on the field, I felt confident that I would be able to actually outspeed this. I didn't want to go for the Sucker Punch either, so I thought it might use a status move just in case. And Palossand goes down, and that, my friends, is a Applin Sweep and a Baby Bottle, man. Obviously, they didn't like getting swept by an apple there. It didn't fall too far off the tree, my friends. Let's get on to battle number 2. Man, that was salty. And I was lucky getting that Staff Berry to attack too. That was very, very crazy. So, man, if this video doesn't get a like after that, I don't know what else I can do, people. So next battle here, this is against Mr. Gullsword, and we've got a Combi lead. So it's going to be versus Exodia right here, and this is a pretty exciting variety in Caterpie set. So we've got Tackle, Bug Bite, Electro Whip, and Snore. I've got Life Orb, and the ability is going to be Shield Dust. I've got Max Health and Max Attack. I gave that Brave Nature. Unfortunately, it's a Gus Combi. You wouldn't read about it, and that's the end of my Caterpie. So things aren't going too hot at the moment. So bringing the Boo Bug now, I was thinking, well, I might be able to get the Sticky Web up, or I could go for a Supersonic, you know, that might be handy. And now it's going to go for a Gust again. It's a special Combi. Now, the only reason I lived that because I was running Max Health. So Supersonic actually lands, which is really cool. So that 85% clean accuracy from the Compound Eyes and the Zoom Lens. Zoom Lens is pretty cool. It's a bit better than Y Lens, but it's all based around your speed. So you have to go second to get that greater boost of 1.3. So we're going to get recover off here against the Combi, so getting some good amounts of health back there. Now, hoping the Combi would hit itself for confusion, then I was going to go for Infestation and infest it with the Blip Bug. Unfortunately, I got one-shotted by Gus there, so I'm getting swept by a Combi at the moment. So good, people. I'm feeling good about this right now. So going into the Applin right now, I was thinking maybe I could go for Sucker Punch here. Let's get some damage. And it got quality damage, like, don't get me wrong. So now the Combi is actually going to get through the confusion, and it's going to go for a Gus. You wouldn't believe it, right? You wouldn't read about it. I missed the Staff Berry activation by 1 point, I'm pretty sure, because it activates at a Cord Help. You mathematicians out there can, do the maths there. But I'm pretty sure I missed it by 1. Maybe someone confirmed, but I'm pretty sure I did. So in comes another Combi, but I went for Sucker Punch, but it failed. Now it's going to go for a sweet set there, and I know what sort of set this. It's going to be a Hustle set, because I've got Hustle, and that's going to help them out a lot. So I went for another Sucker Punch there. This time it's going to connect, and Bug Bite is going to be Combi's move. I was like, wait a second. It's going to eat my Staff Berry. Oh, it's a disaster. So that's the end of my Applin. And now Combi's going to steal and eat my Staff Berry, but thank goodness it only got a boost in its special defense. Imagine if I got one in an attack. I probably would have got, destroyed. So next Pokemon we got is Charge Your Bug. Sometimes you got to charge your phone. And this is a little bulky set. This is the bulkiest set on my team. So we got Charge Beam, Rest Charge, and Iron Defense. Very bulky. Very annoying once it got some boosts up. Let me go over the EV spread. So we got Max Health and we've got Max Special Defense. Sassy Nature, and I've got Everlight as the item, and of course the ability is Battery there, because got to charge your batteries. So go for the Charge Beam here on the Combi, and it took it out. I was like, yes, I guess their plan B failed. So bye-bye Combi. Now, I wasn't out of the woods yet by no stretch of the imagination. So that's 2 Bs down, but there's another bee. It's a Queen Bee. Wait, Queen Elizabeth. I get it. So yeah, it's going to have Unnerve there. So I don't have a berry, so it's fine. So now I'm going to charge my phone real quick. Now, the cool thing about Charge is it boosts your special defense by 1 stage and powers up the next electric type move, which is going to be Charge Beam. So it's quite a good combination Charge and Charge Beam, and then you might be able to get a boost from the Charge Beam. You've got that a pretty good chance right there. So go for Charge Beam or Veswin. Veswin's got a bit of bulk to it. It's pretty thick, so I got some good damage there, so I was pretty happy with that. Now it's going to be going for Attack Order here. Attack Order's doing a fair bit of damage to me. I was thinking I might just be able to live this, so I took a risk and went for Charge Beam since I was outspeeding it, and I thought I can go for Restless too. So getting up another special attack boost. Vesquin's going to go for its final attack order, but it managed to take me out there. Perhaps I could have gone for a rest there. That could have been an option. I may have played a little bit risky, but I could have easily got, Sleek Talk and Rest twice in a row, and it would have been the same sort of thing there. So it is what it is, people. We're going to bring in Dunsparce now, the best Pokemon on my team. We got Coil, Body Slam, Rock Smash, and Dual Wing Beat with Serene Grace. Now, with Rock Smash, Rock Smash normally has a 50% chance to drop the opponent's defense. With Serene Grace, it's 100%. It's awesome. Plus, you can use it Max Knuckle as well. So this is going to be pretty sweet. So the EV spread on the Dunsparce here, we've got Max Attack Adamanation with Max Speed. Now we've got Dual Wing Beat to go for a Max Airstream. We've got Rock Smash for a Max Knuckle. And we've got Body Slam. So Body Slam also with the Serene Grace doubles the chance of getting a paralysis. So that's going to be 60% chance to paralyze. That's disgusting. So you can imagine with the 100% drops on defense with the Rock Smash and then, the Body Slam on top of that, it's going to be pretty good, even outside of Dynamax. Plus, you've also got Coil as well to boost the defense, attack, and accuracy too. So Dual Wing Beat won't miss. So we got the Vesquin go for Revenge. It's like, man, this is really good because Weakness Policy activated. So now I've got a +2 in attack. So things are going very, very good. I thought about putting Choppleberry on it because that would be really, really good too. But I thought, no, I need Weakness Policy. Let's give that a go. And it worked. Like a couple of battles I did, I actually got the Weakness Policy. So that's going to be the end of the Vesquin. Now, I'm not out of the woods here because Beautiful's going to come in. So it's another Vesquin. It's like, okay, it's another B here. Now, to answer anyone's question, I have done a B team before, like all the B Pokemon. I don't think there's any new Bs at all. Like, I don't think there's any. No, I don't have to redo any team. I was just thinking, I'm sure that I've done a B team at least once. Maybe twice. I know that I've definitely done it once. So it's going to be a Dynamax Vesquin. Looks pretty beautiful, I've got to say right there. Now, I went for a Dual Wing Beat here, obviously in my Max Airstream, and it's going to block that. So that was my last set of Dynamax. Like, okay, well, I've got, a decent amount of attack right now. Will I be able to take Vesquin out? I don't think I'll be able to take it out in one shot. It's got a fair bit of bulk to it, but I want to see how much damage I can do. So there's the first one, and there's the second one. So quality damage there. It's not quite a 2-hit KO, sadly. Now, Vesquin is going to be going for a Max Flutterby. Will it be able to take out my Dunsparce? I wasn't really sure. And I lived. I was like, man, that's really, really good. Like, will I take Vesquin out here? Well, I'm going to need one crit, at least on one of them, like the first or the second hit. Now, I also noticed that Vesquin had leftovers, so I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going to need a crit here. So, going for the first Dual Wing Beat, no crit. Going for the second Dual Wing Beat, and no crit either. It's funny when you look at Dunsparce wings, right? They're so tiny. You didn't think they'd be able to do him very much damage. So Max Flutterby is going to finish off my Dunsparce there, and, that's the end of that. But I've got one more Pokeball left, people, so it's not over. It's not over at all. Now, my last Pokemon is going to be Snom. Now, Snom has got some special moves on it, and it's got like a couple of interesting little strategies. So we got some special moves with Bug Buzz and Icy Wind. Also, Vesquin's Dynamax is going to end too. Now, I'm not really sure what it was using as a special move, so I was like, or a physical move, so I was like, let's go Protect before I go Miracle. That's going to be way too risky. So I want to see what mood this Vesquin is actually doing. So it's going to be using Struggle Bug. Like, okay, that's great. I can go for Miracle here. I don't really want to go for Icy Wind because, it's super effective, sure, but it could miss. And imagine if I get hit by Struggle Bug and then I miss, and then, that'd be really salty. So here comes the Struggle Bug there, almost taking me down to, 1 health right there. I'm going to finish the Beautiful off with a beautiful Miracle. And I think that might be the end of the team. I think it was only it was the 4 Bs. That was it. Thank you for the battle, Miss Scarson. A really cool team right there. I believe it. Let's get on to battle number 3. This is a battle against Skylar, and we have a 6 versus 6 battle. Now, this theme team is really interesting. I generally want to see if someone can guess this without actually knowing what this one was in the first place. So I'm going to give you a clue right here, but I'm not going to give you much for a clue. Just pay attention to the Pokemon and the moves. That's all I'm going to say. I want to see if someone can actually get this because it's a fairly difficult one to actually guess. So first Pokemon is going to be Jinx here. So it's Jinx versus Blipbug. I've got the type advantage. It's not all that bad, but it's probably not going to be all that good either. So it's got the White Herb activation there, fair enough, with Cursed White Herb Jinx. So it's a bulky Jinx or a physical Jinx? I don't really know. So putting the Supersonic on the Jinx, which is really good, hoping it's going to hit itself in confusion, right? That'd be really, really good. And now Jinx is going to go for a Thief, stealing my item, my zoom lens. It's gone. It's done and dusted. So go for the Infestation here on the Jinx. Now, a couple of people were pointing this out too with the Jinx's design. I'm going to ask you as well about this, what you think. See how you got Jinx's dress there? Is see the pointy part? It's a Lick Jinx? Wait, it's a Lick Jinx! Oh, paralyzed me. Anyway, back to the Jinx question. What are those things on Jinx's dress? Like, they sort of point out. Do you think that's Jinx's body, or do you think that's part of the dress that Jinx is wearing? Like, I kind of want to know that, like what that, I never really noticed that people started pointing out. So we've got a lick and pound Jinx. Now, like, I know that sounds wrong, but it's actually part of the theme team. Like, it's just those moves, you know, but it's quite funny. I was like, what sort of team is this? But, you know, that's maybe another little clue. But it's not the sort of team you're thinking of, all right? Keep your mind in the gutter. So anyway, we're going to go for Infestation right here again on the Jinx. And Jinx is, you know, it's lost half itself already. But seriously, is that Jinx's body or is it just... Maybe it's just part of the dress, like the dress sort of flares out or something like that, on those like bigger dresses, you know? So anyway, Jinx is going to take my Blip Bug out with a good old quality thief, and that's the end of that. But at least I did some damage, so there's that. So we're going to go to Applin right now. I'm thinking about this and like, well, I don't really want it to thief my Staffberry, so let's go for Sucker Punch and finish it off. And that's the end of that. So Jinx is down, and it's pretty good so far. We got rid of Jinx. Now, we got 5 more Pokeball left, and I was thinking, well, I might be able to get... You know, if I can get this Applin to sweep again, that'd be really good. But I have to roll like an attack boost. A speed boost would be alright too, but it wouldn't be, you know, as powerful. So go for Sucker Punch there. It's going to fail. Mew's going to go for a Roar. It's like, oh, what is this? It's a phasing set? Like, what's going on here? But once again, it's all part of the scene. So next Pokemon to come is going to be Dunsparce. Mew's actually got Sticky Barb as the item. Like, oh, okay. The only reason it's got that... It's going to be tricked. It has to be tricked. So I went back into a Caterpie there. I was like, well, I'll lose Life Orb on Caterpie, but I don't really want to lose any of my other items. Like, you know, Dunsparce's got a Weakness Posse. I don't want to lose that. You know, Applin's got a Staffberry. Don't want to lose that. Chargebard's got a Everlight. Don't want to lose that. And Snom's got a Focus Sash. So none of those items I could lose. So Caterpie's was like the most expendable item. So we got a Swift Mew here, and it almost took me. I was like, damn, it's got Life Orb and Swift. Now, I popped the Bug Bite here, and it did quality damage to Mew, like putting it, you know, below half health. So I was pretty happy with that. Unfortunately, Sticky Barb's going to kick in there. I don't faint, though, so it's not as much of a roast. And Mew's going to take me out there with another Swift. So bye-bye, Exodia. So I've got 2 Pokemon down right now. I've got 4 more little worms left. So we're going to go into Snom. I called it Flashfire as well because I thought it was quite a good name there, you know, because you know, it's so powerful against Fire-type Pokemon. Here comes Swift. I was like, do I go for Miracle? I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go for Miracle or Bug Buzz. Like, one of those 2 moves should be enough to take it out. In the end, I was like, nah, it's going to be too risky. It might be a troll set, so I'm just going to go for a Bug Buzz because you never know. Like, imagine if it was like another move. So, bye-bye Mew. Now I'm on 1 health here, so I can't use Miracle. I'm sort of forced to go for Bug Buzz here. So, Sphere is the next Pokemon. Okay, Sphere. I was like, well, there's no way I'm going to be able to one-shot Sphere. It's probably going to be an Everlight set. So, I went for Bug Buzz here, as much damage as I possibly could do, and I was pretty happy. I was like, I don't think that's actually Everlight. And then it held up a red card. I don't know how it held up a red card, because it doesn't have any arms, but somehow it did. So, speaking of which, we got the Charger Bug coming into this battle, and now the Sphere is going to go for a Surf. Now, since we're running that really bulky Everlight sassy Charger Bug, like, look how well it took it. Like, it ate it like a snack. So, Sphere is swapping out there, and Sork is going to come here. Now, this Sork, I will say one thing too. I was trying to figure out what this theme team was the whole time, and I couldn't really figure out. This Sork just like confused me so much, like the moveset on it. But maybe it'll be a big clue to you. Like now I know what it is. I can think of what the clue is. So Sork's going to go for a Leer there. I'm like, okay, my defense got dropped. Fair enough. So I'm going to go for the Charge Beam here. So Charge Beam's going to fire out of my little Charger Bus mouth, and it does good damage, and I get a special attack rise. I'm like, okay, that's quality, right? Now Sork's going to go for a Fling. It's going to fling TR43, which is Overheat, or Leaf Storm, 1 or 2, and that's going to do a lot of damage to me, but it doesn't take me out there. So maybe another Leer would have... Maybe, like, another Leer would have been after one-shot me. So now Sork's going to go for Dig. So I'm like, okay, so it's got Leer, Fling, and Dig. What is this Sork? It doesn't even make any sense. So anyway, Sork's going to go for a dig here, and that's going to be the end of my Charger Bug. You know, the Charger fell in the dirt, and, you know, I had to dig it out. You know, I've had that before. Has anyone done that before? Drop their Charger in dirt, and it's been covered in dirt. So next Pokemon to come in is going to be Snom. It's on 1 health. So I'm thinking, well, it won't be able to use Dig against my Snom because I can go for Protect and stop that. It won't be able to use Fling either because it's already flung its item. What can this Sork actually do to me? I don't think it can really do anything. So go for Protection. It's good to use Protection. And Sork's going to hit the little Snom Protection Barrier. Not Snom, the Sork. So Sork's going to swap out here. And the next Pokemon to come in is going to be Shinx. So on Shinx's swap in, I went for the... I think I went for Icy Wind here. I went for Icy Wind to drop the speed. So Icy Wind's going to connect, which is really good. And Shinx takes a fair bit of damage. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, Shinx is going to get its speed dropped, and now it's going to have its Flame Orb. So it's got Guts as the ability. I just went for Bug Buzz. I was like, might as well go for it, and I outsped and took the Jinx. I was like, that's awesome. So I'd say if I didn't go for, if I went for Bug Buzz there instead of Icy Wind, Jinx would have outsped me and, taken me out there. So that was really, really good how that worked out. So the last Pokemon to be revealed is going to be Skrelp. You don't see Skrelp very often, and it's going to be Dynamax Skrelp. Wow, that's a Dynamax you hardly would ever see. So I ended up going for a Bug Buzz here. I was actually just going to go try and drop the special defense of Skrelp. So I thought, well, that might be an Everlight set. When I was looking at this, like, what's going to be the Dynamax before Skrelp, obviously, Dynamax? Like, I was thinking it might be Sork, using Max Quake. So anyway, Skrelp is going to be Dynamax. I went for Bug Buzz, and he did 3 damage, as expected. And now Skrelp is going to go for a Max Airstream here. It's like, Max Airstream, that has to be coming off bounce, because I know Skrelp very, very well, like its moveset and stuff like that, and what moves it gets. So +1 in speed for this Skrelp there. So bye-bye Snom. Now, all I've got left is Dunsparce and Applin. So I thought I'd throw a little bit of a chancey in here. So I went into Applin, and I Dynamax as well. Like, I wonder how much Airstream's going to do. Maybe I'll get really, really lucky, and it'll do enough damage to put it in Starfro range, and I'll get an attack boost. And that'll be a lot, because that'll be a plus for an attack. And worst case scenario, I might, well, not worst case scenario, like, say if I didn't get an attack boost, even a speed boost at +4 would be nice. Like, I might be able to outspeed it. Maybe. So here comes another Max Airstream here, and it doesn't do as much damage as I sort of thought. Then again, it's only coming from a Skrelp too. So it's going to get another speed boost there. I decided to go for the Max Overgrowth here. So I thought that's my best move I could actually do. Not that it was going to do, like, tremendous amounts of damage, but it was really good, to start that, Overgrowth there to get the grassy terrain, and then I could go for the grass move after. I might be able to hit, Skrelp outside of Dynamax, and that should do, like, a lot more damage as well, So, and this is also going to heal me up too, so it's not all that bad. So now Skrelp is going to go for another Max Airstream. This is the 3rd time it's used it, and that's not going to quite put me in Starfairy range either, so I'm going to need to hit by, like, 1 more attacking move at this stage. So going for Max Overgrowth right now. I really like how Applin sort of rolls into the attack, and as you can see, that did like a way more damage than the initial one was there. So Skrelp's going to get a little bit of healing, and so is Applin. So this is my last turn of Dynamax, so if I can take the Skrelp out here, that'll be really good, and I think it's going to put me in range with the Starfberry. Now it's going to go for Bounce, like, oh, okay, so Bounce is going to miss there, and my attack is also going to miss there. So unfortunately now, I'm going to be getting hit by Bounce outside of my Dynamax. So I wasn't sure how I was going to go for actually living this attack. I thought, well, it might be close, So I thought about this, like, I'm going to get a Starfberry, right, from this if I do land. So let's go for a cycle. I could potentially get 2 Starfberries in a row, but the attack miss and then my recycle miss, so I'll never know. So getting some more health back there on my Applin. So now the Skrelp is going to go for, I'd say, Bounce again. I went for the Grassy Glide. Pretty good damage there. Skrelp is going to jump high in the sky. So I'm like, okay, this is good. This is actually better than before, right? Because I got more health back against the Skrelp. So I'm sure that I can live this attack now and then get another, recycle. Unfortunately, the Grassy Terrain's gone, but I can use Sucker Punch. Here comes the Bounce here, and it took me out. I was like, man, that would have been really, really close. So essentially, that first miss would have taken me out there. So that's how it was. So that's the end of my Apple. Last Pokemon is going to be the Dunsparce. So at this stage, like, well, I can easily go for Coil here. You'll probably go for Bounce again. I'm not really sure, like, what other moves it got than Bounce. So I've got that Coil up, and then it actually went for a Haze here. It got rid of my Coil Burst. Like, oh, that really sucks. So I can't really keep, like, going for Coil here because it's going to get rid of my stat boost. So I'm just going to go for that Body Slam. It's only got a bit of health left anyway, so it's going to be fatal. So all that's left now is the Sork and the Spheal from earlier on. Now, Sork, I know, has got Dig. That's pretty much the only move it can really do. So I thought, well, I can go for the Coil now while it goes for Dig. That'll be really good. And that means, Dual Wing Beat will then be 100% accuracy. Body Slam's going to be a lot more powerful. And Rock Smash is going to be a lot more powerful as well, So getting that attack boost up, a defense boost, and accuracy boost up. Here comes the Dig from Sork. It actually does pretty good damage still considering. And now I can go for Dual Wing Beat, and that is going to be the end of Sork. Last Pokemon is going to be the Spheal. Now, I'm not sure if this has got any troll moves like Sheer Cold or anything. I wasn't really sure, once again, what this team was at this point in time. And I just ended up going for the Rock Smash, because that was a +1, and it's going to be super effective. So hitting this Spheal, the Rock Smash, and it took it out in one shot, and that is the end of the battle. Did you get that thing, team? Leave below in the comment section below. And I'll catch you next time. Hope you enjoyed the Worm and Caterpillar team. Peace out, people.